Just CharlieXX has put, what was the first supernatural occurrence you witnessed, and was it in this house? Well, for me, I've grown up with it, so I couldn't tell you what my first encounter was.
And for me, no, it wasn't in this house. It happened when I was young, about 8 years old. Absolutely fascinating story that happened at my grand's. It was around in a Ouija board, and it ended up with my grand's house being exercised and us all being blessed. It really is a fascinating story. I'm actually thinking about putting it into like a story form and do like parts and put it on our TikTok, because it really is amazing what happened. And whether that's got anything to do with this, I really don't know. I don't think it does, but you never know.
No.
Okay, thanks for that. Okay, Backus asks, what did you do with that weird sculpture made out of forks and teeth? Well,
I have the teeth.
yeah, it's grim.
Yeah, we did keep them.
Yeah, we kept the teeth, just in case. The forks, we removed. It was like solid, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We removed one, and then the whole thing just collapsed.
Yeah.
There seems to be one pinning fork on it that was holding the whole thing together. And what we did with them? I put them in my cutlery drawer, and we use them, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty good forks. You know what I mean? Not wasting them. To be fair, the entity has removed every single fork out of our house before.
Yeah.
All of our forks, all in one go, overnight. They all disappeared. So yeah. So it seems only fair for it to deliver some back. So we use them.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. Thanks for that.
There's a couple of questions which kind of like tie in with each other. So Deborah Griffiths has put, do you think that it's a good spirit or a bad one? And Natasha Amos 792, do you feel like you are friends with the entity? Sometimes. Sometimes.
Yeah, it's really weird. I wouldn't go as far as friends.
No.
But as to whether it's good or bad, it's, you know what I truly believe it is? I do think it is some sort of jinn-related being, if you know what I mean. And as you, I don't know if you do know anything about jinn, they are like humans in the respect that can be bad, they can be good, they can just be okay. Or they could be okay sometimes, bad sometimes, good other times. And they seem to sometimes have a sense of humour too. So that's my take on it, and that's what it feels like to me. And it does sometimes make me laugh with its irony. You know what I mean? The thing like we've said about with the forks, and it takes them all and then delivers them all back. Well, not the same forks.
No.
No. But as to we're friends with it, it does feel like a naughty family member sometimes.
Yeah, it's like an annoying child.
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of the best way to put it.
Yeah.
But I won't go so far as to say, yeah, this is my friend, Bob the entity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely not friends, but I hope it answers those two. Right, Aiden McLaughlin 85 has put, has anyone from the government come to your house yet? Not about this, but I thought this might be a good opportunity because, as I've stated before, I used to be a paranormal investigator. I don't know if people believe that, but I have, and I've got my own scrapbook here. This is not blowing my own trumpet, it's just as evidence. That's me at this house in 1997. More stuff. That's me in UFO magazine. You can see this is actually at this house. That's 98. July 22nd, 98 for that one. So, but I did do a lot of UFO stuff back then, and we did have a tap on our phone line, and I got the number, the department at BT to actually check if there was anything on the line, and the guy who actually checked it at the same department who put these taps online for the government, and he confirmed I did have a tap on my line, and although he didn't verbally say it was from the government, he told me it was from the government. So I was being listened into at that time, but as regards to this haunting, no, we haven't no men in black knocking at the door, if that's what you wanted to know. Okay.
Amber has put, when was the house built? Do you know any of the history of it? So, we have this.
Yeah, these are the deeds of our house. As you can see, it's fairly extensive, and the oldest one we've got in here, if you hold that, is this one. As you can see, it's very old, it's scribed, and it's dated. I'll just have to cover up this bit. dated, as you can see for what it says now, 7th of October 1889, but it's actually dated on the bottom 23rd of June 24th of June 1889. That's when it was actually built. As you can see, it's a very old document. This has been rescanned obviously several times, but look at the scribe on that. You know what I mean? But yeah, and it was actually
a hospital. Yeah,
the chaplain for the poor of Wiggerton Hospital, and John W. Thomas and William Selby. Now, the guy who owned this house, the house next door, and that house there, is actually a famous person. William Wiggerton is on Leicester Town's centre clock, isn't he? He's on the clock. And these three houses were part of the hospital, a hospital wing of sorts. So I'm assuming people died here. So yeah, that's as far as we've really got. Looking at the rest of the history, it's just been passed down with this clause on that you're not allowed to build on the properties and stuff like that for some reason for 99 years. Every time it changes hands, it resets to 99 years. It's a really weird clause, but yeah. Okay, Jenny asks, you mentioned the name it gave you once. Have you looked further into that? To be fair, we've looked into it, but we haven't really got much further than we know it's the name is Robbie Sue, Rabisu,
and they're known as lingerers.
Yeah, lingerers or vampiric spirits, demons. They're associated with the curse of the Akkad, isn't it?
Yeah.
The translation of Robbie Sue is actually lingerers, and you know what to linger is, to hang around. So. And they can be malicious or not, and they can linger around people who have been found wayward or to be rewarded. So we don't know much more than that, do we really? Yeah. You know what I mean? But it has come up with it several times. It spelt it on the Ouija board. We've actually heard it before, haven't we? You know what I mean? The word Robbie Sue. So yeah, whether that's true or not, I don't know. But that is definitely a name that comes up again and again. Okay.
Next question is from Donna. Love your videos, thank you. Does your neighbours have any stuff happening, like knocking of doors? So I was actually walking home and one of the neighbours actually stopped me and she said that she loved the videos. I actually asked her if she had heard any of the knocking or if she had anything going on, but she didn't report anything to me, so not that I'm aware of.
No, because I was surprised that the hammering at the doors, because it was relentless all week. And she said she'd never heard anything. I can't believe it because it was so loud, but she said no, didn't hear a thing. So yeah, okay. And finally, last question, Ramiru Tempest asks, why don't you guys ever set up a camera in the room the shadow pokes around the corner?
It's too smart.
Yeah, we do. We have tried it. Every time we do, if we put a camera this side and a camera the other side, nothing happens, nothing shows up, we capture nothing. If we leave the camera one side, we'll get these slight little peaks around the corners. That's all we get. We have tried so many times. In fact, it took us years to even capture a single peak on camera.
Yeah.
We kept setting it up, and it seems to have got used to us, or allowing us, I think it's a better word, isn't it? Just to capture that little poke around the corner, and then it'll disappear. But if I try putting a camera the other side to try and capture what is the thing the other side of the door, nothing shows up. It just, all activity ceases. So I can't help it. It's just what happens. That's it. So anyway, guys, I hope you found that interesting. Thanks a lot for your questions, and we might do a live Q&A.
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know if you'd like to see that. And yeah, thanks again.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.